Hey guys, my name is Roger and this is my YouTube channel on how to solve math problems. And first, before I begin on the math problem, I just want to let you know that the goal of this channel is to glorify God, that I would provide hope and encouragement to everyone who watches my videos on solving math problems. Also going to talk maybe about a little bit about running and other things of interest. So welcome. So first of all, I am a math teacher, and so this is one topic that I find a lot of my students have struggles with, and maybe you have struggles with this as well. So we're going to go over how to multiply and divide fractions. So let's take a look at some examples. Before I begin, I'd like to start this video off with a verse. It's 1 Corinthians 10:31. And it says, "So whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God." And so I do this video to His glory, and I hope that it helps you as you work out your math problems. So let's take a look at multiplying fractions. So let's say we have 1/2 times 2/3. In this case, we are multiplying, that's what this dot means. We're multiplying the numerators together, so 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, and then usually your teacher will want you to reduce your fraction. So I'm going to reduce this just a little bit differently so that way you can see why it's being reduced. A lot of times we just say, well, what number goes into 2 and 6 evenly? And, you know, most students will say 2, and 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times, and we'd have 1/3. But why? What happened to that 2? So 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. And so when you divide here, 2 divided by 2, those cancel out because 2 divided by 2 is just 1. And so we end up with 1/3. And so that's how that magically happens. Let's take a look at number 2. This time we have 1/2 divided by 2/3. So in this case, we can't divide straight across. We can only multiply straight across. So we're going to write down the first fraction, and you need to change division to multiplication, and we're going to flip this fraction. So the numerator is going to become the denominator is going to become the numerator. And that is called the reciprocal. Now we can go ahead and multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators together. And if you look at the factors of 3 and 4, the only common factor they have is 1, so we are fully reduced. Okay, let's look at a little bit of a problem with some bigger numbers. So we have so we have a division problem here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the first fraction. Change division to multiplication. Find the reciprocal by switching the numerator and the denominator. Okay. Now we're going to write the factors of 48. Now we all know that 2 goes into both of these numbers. Because the last number is an even number, if the ones digit is an even number, 2 will go into both of those numbers evenly. But there's actually a larger number that goes into these two numbers evenly, and that number is 4. Now the trick with 4 is you look at the last two digits and see if 4 goes into them evenly. Well, 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 8 2 times, so 4 goes into 48 evenly. And just look at the last two digits here. 4 goes into 0 0 times, because 4 times 0 is 0, and then 4 goes into 4 one time. So the trick here is that since 4 goes in these two digits, 4 will go into the whole number evenly. So let's break this up. It's going to be 4 times 12. And then this one is going to be 4 times, and 4 times 26 is going to give us 104. Okay? Now let's do 5496. Now 4 doesn't go into 54 evenly, but 3 does. Now the trick with 3 is you add the digits together. So 5 plus 4 is 9. And 3 goes into 9 evenly, so 3 goes into 54 evenly. 9 plus 6 is 15. 3 goes into 15 evenly, so 3 goes into 96 evenly. Okay? So let's see what we get here. So 3 times 3 into 54, 18. Okay, 3 into 96, so 3 times 32. 3 goes into 9 3 times, 3 goes into 6 2 times. Now we have some common factors that we can cancel out. So, can we do this again? Well, looking at our new numbers, remember what I told you, the ones digit is even. So 2 will go into both of these numbers evenly. So 2 times 12, 2 times 13. Oops. Hate making mistakes, but you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. As long as you catch them before you turn in your assignment to your teacher. Anyway, 2 goes into 18 9 times. 2 goes into 32 16 times. And we can cancel those 2's out. Now, when we look at what's left over, we see a 6 and a 16. So that means that we can simplify by cross-reducing. So 6 will go to 2 times 3 over 13. 13 is prime. It's only divisible by 1 and itself, so that stays the same. Okay? 9, we're going to leave that alone for right now. 16, remember we want a common factor with the 6, so that's going to be 2. So 2 times 8. So notice, as long as it's on the top and the other one's on the bottom, they can cross-reduce. So, going this way, we have 9 times 3 and 8 times 13. Okay, I hope that wasn't too confusing. And, you know, you don't have to write out the factors and cancel like this. I just want to make sure that you understand that when you reduce a fraction, you are canceling a common factor that they have. I also want you to know that you can always cross-reduce as well. So the 6 and 16 can be reduced because of multiplication. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe. I am trying to earn money so that way I can spend more time with my family. Right now I'm working 2 jobs and hoping that maybe I can make some money making YouTube videos. I sure would appreciate for you to subscribe and to like my video. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening or day.